Coming up on this edition of the Newsfeed, Virginia Tech is top-ranked for its wine destinations.
Plus, Radford University's rebranding is in full swing.
And looking at where WUVT Radiothon funds go. Those stories and more are just ahead.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Jackson Hardy.
And I'm Eden Kaplan.
The Huckleberry Trail is well known in the Blacksburg area, and it is considered relatively safe. But 4 people were assaulted on the trail recently, and despite the suspect being arrested, many in the area are now questioning their safety. The Huckleberry Trail is a popular landmark in Blacksburg and Christiansburg. The trail, which is about 15.7 miles long, is well traveled by many, but despite this, there are some areas of the trail that are off the beaten path and secluded. Recently, near one of the more secluded parts of the trail, 4 joggers were attacked by a suspect named Benjamin Fields, who has now been arrested and charged with assault. According to witnesses, Fields struck one of the joggers in the stomach and then later assaulted a cyclist. The incident was a shock for senior Mamiji Barlow, who was there the day her friend was assaulted.
Probably the first experience I've ever had where I felt really scared. Honestly, for a couple of seconds I was scared for my life, which has never happened on the trail before. And I don't necessarily feel unsafe now.
Despite the assault that took place, Barlow still feels safe on the trail and was out running on it the day after the incident. The trail has a relatively clean record of safety outside of murder that happened on the trail in 2006. Police department officials say that some ways to remain safe on the trail are to keep your head up and keep one headphone out so you can hear and be aware of your surroundings.
On November 4th and 5th, St. Cloud Farms introduced their first ever wine festival as their pumpkin festival season comes to a close. This event showcased multiple types of wine from different vineyards all across Virginia. Newsfeed reporter Colleen Henneberry has more on this story.
St. Cloud Farms' inaugural wine festival was this past weekend, and according to its owner, Susan Sink, they had over 100 pre-sale tickets and even more people arriving through word of mouth.
I thought, what could we do to bring people out in the beautiful fall weather with the backdrop of the Blue Ridge Mountains to our farm, just to share the environment. And the first thing that came to my mind was a wine festival because I like wine.
But why is Virginia wine so popular? Wine is embedded in Virginia's rich history, and its origin dates back to 1609 when the settlers of Jamestown planted vines in attempts to utilize the Commonwealth's rich soil. Thomas Jefferson was also noted in the historic cultivation of Virginia's vineyards and his creation of the Virginia Wine Company. Today, the quality of Virginia wine still stands. Wine Enthusiast magazine named Virginia one of the 10 best wine travel destinations in the world.
According to Virginia.org, there are over 300 wineries across the state, each with breathtaking scenery much like St. Cloud Farms. It's a $5 billion industry in Virginia alone, causing vineyard spaces to double in the last decade. However, with that level of industry competition, it can be difficult to gain recognition as a local business.
The vineyards showcased in St. Cloud's Wine Festival came from all over Virginia. Alexander Diaz, the tasting room manager of Narmada Winery, said they traveled 4 hours to showcase their products to the people of Blacksburg.
I mean, it's getting more popular. Wineries, the younger crowds, they're being more into it, so even though there's more wineries, I feel like more people are starting to enjoy wineries.
Even if you're not a wine connoisseur, Virginia's success within the United States wine industry is something worth noting. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Colleen Henneberry.
Radford University is in the midst of an exciting rebranding journey, with the entire community, including dedicated faculty and proud alumni, actively embracing the changes. This transformative effort merges the university's rich history with innovative elements promising a fresh identity making for a new era of the university's future. The comprehensive rebranding encompasses a new logo, a vibrant color scheme, and a collection of other thoughtfully crafted elements, all aiming to authentically reflect the university's culture and core values. As Radford University unveils this new identity, the overwhelmingly positive feedback from the community indicates a promising start to this new chapter in the university's history. The vibrant support from alumni, and faculty reaffirmed the community's strong connection to this transformation, demonstrating the profound impacts collective enthusiasm can have.
With the holidays coming up quickly, authorities in Southwest Virginia are encouraging people to travel safely when driving. The Montgomery Sheriff's Office has partnered with Advanced Auto Parts in hopes of assisting drivers. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is urging motorists to pay attention to their vehicles this season, and to help them do that, they are partnering with Advanced Auto Parts, located at 35 Constant Avenue Northwest in Christiansburg, Virginia. The law enforcement team, already dedicated to protecting and serving the community, will extend their support to motorists experiencing car troubles. Instead of tickets for minor traffic infractions, such as a broken taillight, they'll be giving out $25 gift cards for the Advanced Auto Parts in hoping of assisting in fixing their vehicles.
This is the first time that we've partnered with Advanced Auto Parts. It came out of just a small conversation that we had when they opened their new store in Christiansburg, and we just got to talking about what we could do in the community to give folks a helping hand and how we could bring it to fruition. And so we worked with the marketing department with Advanced Auto Parts and came up with this.
Just ahead on the newsfeed, plans for the Student Life Village to replace Oak Lane.
And 4 colleges band together against sweatshop labor. That story and more after this break.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to the newsfeed. I'm Eden Kaplan. Plans for the Student Life Village have been discussed since 2018. Recently, in June of 2023, funds were allocated for this new project. Newsfeed reporter Ava Dorn joins us live with more information. Ava?
Hi, Eden. Yes, the Student Life Village has been a part of Virginia Tech's master plan since 2018. However, construction has not yet commenced and won't for a couple more years. The completion of this new village is set for 2028. In the meantime, what does this mean for Oak Lane? Virginia Tech approved $19.5 million to go towards the Student Life Village. This village will soon replace Oak Lane and will increase residential capacity at the school by a couple thousand. This will leave Oak Lane to not be mutually exclusive with Greek Life. Tri-Delta House Supervisor Becca George has kept informed with the project, but not through Virginia Tech information.
This is not the first time I'm hearing about it, but I wouldn't necessarily say we've been kept in the loop. We kind of just hear about it from our supervisor. What I've heard is there's 3 different big plans that they have within their 20-year plan. So none of us really know what's going on or what's going to happen.
This village is viewed as a positive by Virginia Tech. The full scope will bring up to 5,000 beds and will include the residential loss of Slusher Hall and is set to be built on what now serves as the Virginia Tech Golf Course. Students and alum who have lived on Oak Lane previously are concerned about where Greek Life will now reside.
Nice if they could do a little bit of both and give people more place to live, which obviously with the expansion of the school, that's seems like it's inevitable. But it'd still be nice if ATO, along with other fraternity and Greek Life houses, still had a place to call their own even after the expansion, just maybe at a separate location from what we now know as Oak Lane. But it'd be nice to see a campus that's still installed both, in my opinion.
Phase 1 will start shortly, which includes adding 1,700 beds and preliminary design work. Virginia Tech was asked to comment, but declined. Slusher Tower is also involved in this new plan. Slusher will be torn down due to the building's wear and tear. The beds lost will be added to the 5,000 new ones that will be placed in the Student Life Village. Again, we can expect to see this new village in 2028. Reporting for the newsfeed, I'm Ava Dorn. Back to you in the studio.
Student organizations have been protesting for years for Virginia Tech to stop using sweatshop labor to produce the school's apparel. Virginia Tech recently entered a pact with 3 other Virginia universities to safeguard against sweatshop labor in their merchandise. This is a great ethical choice by the university, but how will this decision impact the average consumer with pricing? Sweatshop labor is a global issue organizations have been trying to stop for years. Virginia Tech has entered the fight with over 140 universities nationwide to safeguard against sweatshop labor. Virginia Tech is in contract with the Workers' Rights Consortium to ensure all companies manufacturing Virginia Tech apparel are engaging in safe practices and fair treatment to their employees. Mark Ozarski, VT's Senior Vice President of Communications and Marketing, discusses why this expense of the new agreement could raise the price of clothing for consumers.
It does raise the price of the manufacturing of clothing. And then the question is how much, maybe a few cents per item that you would purchase. And then the question is that a cost that you would want to bear?
Virginia Tech's student-run radio station, WUVT, just completed their annual fundraiser Radiothon. WUVT has been raising money for the station through this event for over 50 years. However, what does the money raised go to? Newsfeed reporter Jamie Walters has the story.
WUVT, located on Virginia Tech's campus, has been a hub of independent and diverse music for over 70 years. Radiothon, WUVT's fundraising event, is a tradition that allows the station to connect with its listeners and raise essential funds to keep the station running. The bi-yearly event lasts a week. During this time, listeners can call in to request songs and pledge donations.
But where does the money go? According to staff, it goes directly into the station. It supports the maintenance of equipment, office renovations, and enables the station to bring in new music to the airwaves.
I know for our last Radiothon, the money that we raised was partially used to help install a new transmitter on Price Mountain, I believe. So we're able to broadcast not only online, but all throughout the New River Valley.
Donations have also gone towards getting the station new DJ boards, as well as production of stickers and the WUVT magazine, The Woof. WUVT also has plans with this year's funds.
Stuff we're kind of in the works. We're working on a new remote, so we'll be able to bring our cart out around campus and broadcast live from the cart back onto air. So we could do live interviews on air or, live man on the street type stuff.
For more information on Radiothon, visit WUVT's website or call the station during their live broadcasts. Reporting for the newsfeed, I'm Jamie Walters.
That will wrap up this edition of the newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrb@gmail.com, or you can connect with the newsfeed on our socials. Thank you for watching. I'm Eden Kaplan.
And I'm Jackson Hardy.